Hi guys, today we're going to make a basic mayonnaise. Again, we will make the mistakes so you don't have to. We're going to start with one egg yolk. Most recipes normally start with at least two, so you have a bit more mayonnaise at the end that you can use for a few days. Will keep really nicely in the fridge. I like to add the acid if you're using lemon juice or white wine vinegar or something. I like to add it after I've got the emulsion going a little bit together. What can happen if you add it early on and you put too much in is it can just really make it difficult to get the emulsification going. So I'll quickly show you that. So you've got the egg yolk in here. If you whack in the lemon juice, I'm not going to measure it out, but you've really whacked it in there, way too much going in. I mean, you can already see it's like a liquid, isn't it? It's like a liquid there. So it's really not emulsifying at all. You can add we'll add some oil in there just to show you. It's just really struggling. You could save it. If you've got an electric mixer, whack it in the mixer, maybe put another egg yolk in there, get it going, get it emulsifying. You can then start to drip in your oil. That's one way of trying to save it. So next we'll show you, we'll start again with an egg yolk, and then we'll show you what happens if you add the oil in too quickly and what happens there. Okay guys, so we're back. We've got another egg yolk here ready to go. So I'm going to start off by starting to whisk the egg yolk and start to break it down, and that for me helps to get the emulsification going because you start to break down some of the bonds of the yolk. I'm just starting here, so you see it's very different. The last time was very liquid. Here you can actually see it's kind of binding a little bit more already. It looks a bit thicker, lovely and luscious. So what we're actually going to do is, the egg yolk contains lecithin, which is like a fat emulsifier. So actually these two ingredients don't really mix. So what we're actually doing is suspending the oil in the egg yolk, and that's what creates the lovely kind of emulsion and the lovely mayonnaise that we're going to see. So I'm just going to put a little bit in. They always say add a little bit at a time, but you don't need to get your pipette out. You don't need to really go drop by drop. I would just add a little bit at a time, but really whisk it nice and well. Don't add any more yet. You just want to really get that nice and incorporated, getting the little oil molecules nice and combined with the egg yolk. Pretty good there. I'll add a little bit more. And have a bit of patience. You don't need to take it too low and slow. See, that's looking much better, isn't it? You see the thickness there, very different to the liquid we had earlier. And that's really it. We could keep adding a bit of oil over time, get it to the consistency, the thickness, the amount you want. Add in your kind of flavourings, a little bit of lemon juice. Got a little bit of mustard. People like a bit of mustard in there. You can put in some garlic for a bit of aioli. There's lots of things that you can kind of pass through this. What we're now going to do is actually show you what happens if you get a little bit excited. This is where it can all go wrong. You can get a bit too excited and really whack in the oil at warp speed. If you do that whilst hand whisking, it can split quite quickly. So we're going to whack some oil in here. Yeah, you see, there's quite a lot. So if it said 100 mils, 200 mils, or something, and you whacked it all in, this is actually what you're going to get. You You can actually see the egg yolk suspending in the oil. I mean, it's got way too much in it. So we're going to give this a good mix up, see if we can get it combining. So if you haven't made mayonnaise before, you probably think, oh, actually it doesn't look too bad. It kind of looks like one thing, but it's really not. If you look nice and closely in there, it's just basically bits of egg yolk suspended in the oil. And it's not the right consistency. It's split, you can see a layer of oil there. This hand whisking will be very difficult to bring it back together. What you can do is, if you've got a electric mixer, you can actually start with another egg yolk and then add this slowly, almost like this is the oil, and that will actually help you kind of bring it back together, and that can save your mayonnaise. So there is hope. You can save it.